Hey, what's up, y'all? What's
Hey,
going on?
hey, what
So,
it do?
we got Ashley D here. You know, Ash, you got to share the show because Facebook restricted me. So you got to share it to Facebook real
I
quick.
got you. That's why I'm looking down. I'm not looking at the camera, so I apologize.
Okay, yeah, share the Facebook shut a brother down. I wasn't even being bad. I was just like explaining like the forcible felony thing, like how you only allowed to maybe shoot in the back if it's a fleeing felon. You know what I'm saying? If a person is armed and dangerous. And Facebook took those words and literally thought I was violent. So Facebook and Zuckerberg.
You know what? Haters are gonna hate, and I'm tired. We have that quote unquote amendment of freedom of speech, but really, is it freedom anymore?
No, it's not freedom of speech. It's not. You can't say what you want to say. You get like slowly what they're doing and what people need to realize is that our rights are being like slipped underneath from us as they come up with this bullshit all the time. Like you can't say what you got to say, or if you're not saying anything, you have to watch what you're saying.
Hmm.
So how is that free speech? You know,
Right.
it's crazy. It's unbelievably like man.
Look on your phone because it's not to interrupt you, but it's not showing that we're live.
Well, it's on YouTube. It's live on YouTube. You got to go
Oh,
on YouTube and share it because it's not
ha,
Facebook. Yeah, Facebook kicked me off.
got it.
Yeah,
Got you. Got
actually, when I went on, like right now, I got red marks saying I can't go live, but whatever. Fuck out of
you.
here.
Okay. No worries. Let me share it. Let me copy the link, put it in the group in the page. Um, Really quick, I want to ask you something.
What's up?
Where can you find 50 Cent?
Huh?
Where where can you find 50? Damn it. Where can you find 50 Cent?
You can find me in the club, pocket full of bub. My mom got what you need. That's what you can
So
find.
I was like, I told Peaches, I sent her the video on TikTok and I said, yo, I said, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do it to Jay tonight on the show. And I thought I was gonna be able to do it with a straight face. And when she said, huh, he caught me off guard and fucked me up.
Yeah, because I was like, huh? What the fuck you mean 50 Cent? Then I thought about it. You can find me in the club. I don't know. I forgot
A
the
lot
rest.
of people didn't get it though, but I was like, man, and I was like, man, for real, y'all didn't get this?
You got to post up in the group.
I'm working on it. It's taking forever.
What you got? Like, what kind of internet service you got over there going on? What you got over there going on?
I got Xfinity drags ass.
I got
All right, I got it.
you got it. You got a lot of guys in there. Okay,
Yeah.
so you might be able to see the comments. I don't know if I can see the comments, but I can do.
We can
So
still see the comments off of YouTube if they tune into YouTube. So we'll see.
we'll see. You know what I'm saying? They try to reminder. That Facebook they do me so wrong. Uh, so we in here live. I can go ahead and do what I do. But anyway, all right, y'all. So right now we're not live. You got to go through our little Facebook, YouTube thing. So you know what I'm saying? Facebook put the kids laps on me for like 29 more days, whatever. Who cares? But let's get this show rolling. Let's talk about David Chappelle. What happened with him on stage? You know, he was sitting there doing his thing, and this dude just like kind of bum rushed him at the stage. You know, he was armed, right? With like what was he armed with?
I don't remember exactly. I didn't. I've seen bits and pieces, so I don't even know exactly what he was armed with. I didn't get a chance to go back and look at it, but he was. But Dave Chappelle's crew or people who support Dave Chappelle want to fuck the man up. So kudos to them for jumping back.
I bet that motherfucker won't jump on another stage and attack somebody else.
Here's the thing. Look, me being a comedian, I said this when we talked about TI and all that bullshit. If you don't like my jokes, turn the other way and shut the fuck up. Turn the other way. Like my jokes, I'm sorry, my jokes can be a little raunchy. My jokes are serious sometimes. But if you don't like it, don't come at me and attack me. Like I'm not gonna say anything racial because that's not who I am. Dave Chappelle's the real G. Like I'm sorry, he talks about everything, but stop pulling what he's saying out of context because he's raw and real.
You know what Dave Chappelle says about that shit because he said it might be somebody from the LGBTQEIO community. So He didn't say that, and then that strikes nerves. But he's a comedian. It's funny though, so it's you got to expect it. Like expect to get roasted. That's just what it is. It's a comedian. So, uh, what else can you say about that?
Right.
We good on the thing. I see it in the page, group
You
page.
see it, but I don't see it in the group. And it was supposed to post in both places. So
You
let me
put
just do it like this way.
it should be in the group and on the like page as well. Let me check the like page. I haven't checked that, so you can find me in the club. Song in my head now. I'm in the have sex and to get love, so come. It's on both.
It is?
My car, my spot. Yeah,
Okay.
I
I'm
think
not seeing it.
they're not gonna be able to comment because probably on YouTube. So that be there to enjoy the content. You know what I'm saying? Let's
It
kick it
is.
to. We talked about Dave Chappelle. Dude got the brakes beat off his ass, turning around, twisted elbows, and all that stuff. Big shout out to you, brother. You jump on another stage. Be prepared to get your ass whooped again.
Just stop attacking comedians. Like seriously, just stop. If you don't like, I said, if you don't like the joke, turn the other way.
No,
Now, if it's a personal beef, take that off stage. Don't go and attack somebody on stage. I would never personally do that, and I can't stand that people are actually doing that.
I would. If I'm a comedian, I have like a little forcer right there. Y'all keep attacking comedians because y'all think that last ass whooping was something. It can get worse.
Not everybody has the security like you do.
Hey, I'm just saying. Then you want to be prepared. Like, what if somebody attacked the comedian in his arm? Now, I don't even want to say that because Facebook banned me. I can't say, fuck Facebook. I mean, face. I faced the book, and I said, fuck it. I don't want to get banned.
Uh,
Wrong. I'm joking, y'all. Jeez. But let's get to abortions, though. Like, uh, I tried to follow up on it a little bit. I'm gonna look through my phone while we doing this. Like, what is up with this the abortion thing? The abortion.
so, from what I'm understanding, and obviously anybody watching, correct us if we're wrong. I've been trying to do research while working and doing everything else and planning this trip. But anyways, um, from what I'm understanding, they want to ban abortions
Mm.
statewide. And I think it's stupid. Like at the end of the day, women, it's your body, it's your right. Do what you do. I'm not going to judge anybody who gets an abortion. I'm not, right? It's your body. Do what you want to do. However, don't attack somebody who is walking into a clinic to get an abortion because you don't know their story. Were they raped? Because I'm going to tell you right now, me as a woman, if I'm raped and I get pregnant, you best to believe, as much as I would like a child, I'm not keeping that child. That is a severe form of PTSD that you are going to have to live through. Just being raped and then having to look at the child itself, that child could look just like your rapist.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
no for me.
And you know what? The thing is, all these years, it's always been the woman's choice to do whatever she wants to do, as it shall remain to be her choice to do whatever she wants to do. Only way I can agree with something like that is if it gets like later, like 7, 8. I don't think you can allow abortion that late anyway, as you get later in the stages. But it's the woman's prerogative to do what she wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
If she chooses to go that route, that's the route she chose to go.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't. I think she had an option. I don't think that I don't think that any fucking form of government should tell you what the fuck you should do with your body. And if you think about it, people got to realize the patterns. Let's go back 2 years ago during the pandemic. You forced this, you got to take this. They tried to force people. Some
Mm-hmm.
people hung out and didn't take that shit. Some people were bamboozled in their minds to believe that I need this and I need this. So now I read an article today, and I don't want them to like, dude, I'm gonna recite the source. It was news. I had a news break article that I wish I could go back to it. Let me try to go back to it. I want to cite it because I don't want YouTube to like ban me. But this is what I'm talking about. Like when you force people to do things, then you have these news break articles coming out about people that took these the juice.
Mm-hmm.
And so you got this article like right now. You got this is what I'm reading. This was site tech skittechdaily.com. I'm sorry about that. COVID-19 vaccines may be significantly less effective in people with severe obesity. All right, this is what I'm reading. I'm citing a source. So YouTube, I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm citing sources. I also it was another article. Uh, God, it was something about people who decide to take the juice and how they might be affected, like this coming winter. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So be like observant on those that have taken it, see what kind of effect it'll have on them this winter. I can't find an article, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I read it earlier, I know I did, and I want to get a source so people can say I'm like being a conspiracy theory and making stuff up. These are Newsbreak. Actually, the one you told me about. I think I subscribed to that Newsbreak article.
Okay.
Damn, I can't find it to save my life. Wait, click on COVID. No,
I send you so many articles I don't remember anymore.
it was one that popped up today as a thing.
Mhm.
Talking about that, but here's the thing. So you got like any type of vaccine you take, whether it's a flu, whatever, you do what you want to do with your body.
Yeah.
First and foremost, you do what you want to do with your body. Um, whatever you decide to do. But it is with abortions is with the woman is like this is what the world do. They lift the woman up, right? So right now, and this kind of relates to other topic we'll go to later. So you make this thing to be real like feminine. What do you call it? Feminine and not feminine.
Feminism.
Yes, feminism. So you're making it like this big rush, and the media pushes it, right? Woman this, woman that, you know what I'm saying? LGBTQ, whatever, blah, 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 all that, right? Do all this stuff to make it big, right? So women's on top of the plateau, then they tell the woman, hey, we fucking, if you get pregnant, it's our choice. You're gonna keep it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like they build you up and it's like a psychological thing. They
Hmm.
and it's crazy. Like if people following what's going on for the last 2 or 3 years at least, you can go farther than that, but the last 2 or 3 years, things pretty much been a little blunt on what you can and cannot do, especially for women.
Right.
I don't know what's next, what they're gonna do next, but abortions always, it shall always be the woman's choice, regardless of what you want to say. The thing is that if sometimes stuff happens, and I get it, you're responsible, but it's your body. You know, you deal with the consequences of that consequence. You got to deal
Yep.
with later. But like you said, in the case of a rape, I mean, nah, that's you don't want that.
There's even doctors out there that encourage, I don't want to say really encourage, but um, lay it on thick to promote. Again, I don't want to say that, but lay it on thick to persuade, that's what I'm saying, persuade women to get an abortion, especially if they can see early signs of defects.
Well, doctors get paid money.
Exactly. So again, that's why I want to encourage a lot of women. Like if you get that, and part of me wishes I would have gotten a second opinion when I had my miscarriage because they said, "Oh, well, we didn't hear the heartbeat." But what I find ironic is my doctor really persuaded me to get the flu shot when I was pregnant. And I'm just like, no, I'm like, I don't really get sick. Like, he's like, well, now that you're getting pregnant, this is something you should really get it. And I was young, or I don't want to say young, but like I was vulnerable. Like I trusted my doctor, right? This is pre-COVID, pre-pandemic. And so I really trusted him. And then a week later, all of a sudden there's no heartbeat. And it's just like, man, I'm like, I shouldn't have just jumped the gun. I should have, gotten a second opinion. But again, I trusted my doctor, right?
Right.
And that's what we pay our doctors for. But then there's also doctors that are schmucks and they only look at you as dollar bills.
Dollar bill,
Not
y'all.
dollar bills, but $100 bills walking in.
Yeah, dollar bill. And your insurance cover most of the stuff. Think about it. We always had stuff like I haven't last vaccine I got was a flu shot. It was like in 2017. I was like sick to death. I was sick, massive sick, like crazy sick. I got sick twice with the flu, and back to back months. Um, but these doctors and all these things that's going on right now is like it's crazy. Like some of the stuff that's like happening, what they're gonna do as time passes in the very near future They're gonna start slipping things in here and there that you don't expect. Nobody expected this. They try to pass it. Whether the government get the control and tell you what to do. So
Mhm.
now, the land of the free. This is not the land of the free that we all think was before. It's becoming something else. And the problem is people are like foot soldiers, right? Everything the government says, everything do they, yeah. People don't think for themselves. They're being like pre-led to think what they want them to think. You know what I'm saying? So it's working. It's like bamboozling their mind. It's like, hey, I got control of their mind. Let's do what's next. Let's go back to like George Floyd. Fuck it. Let's go back to George Floyd incident. We have a pandemic, but it's okay to march. You wouldn't hear about no cases increasing during the damn George Floyd, all the riots and stuff. There was no increased cases, whatever. People have to think and use their brain for a minute. Think like, hmm, I wonder why no cases increase. And I was told at one time that it's because I want to get deep into that because I don't want to get censored. Or I want us to get censored. But it's just crazy. Like the time frame to keep up everything. Like how we like being locked into our homes. How we're being like forced to take this, and how women now are like, hey, you can't get an abortion. It's no longer your choice. So it's like, hey, what can you do? It's crazy.
Yeah, I really encourage, and again, it's crazy. You have to pay attention again to it's everything you do. And I was just telling my brother this the other day because he just calling me to vent, and I said, dude, I said, as much as you don't want to accept it, everything you do in this world is politically ran.
Hmm.
I said it's so much worse than what it was back in the 90s and the early 2000s,
Right.
because that's when the internet was first just coming up and coming out. But it's, employment now. People cannot hire people. Employers are having a hard time hiring people. Why? Because nobody wants to work. Easy, or people are burnt out because or oh my gosh, what is it called? Oh my god, industrial companies. They're working
Where
12,
warehouses and stuff that work 12-hour shifts and
right,
stuff like
or
that.
16-hour shifts, and they're working
Yeah.
6, 7 days a week. When do they get their rest? So now they're frustrated because they're overworked, underpaid, not getting their proper rest, and God forbid they take a sick day. And it's the same thing in the medical field. There's a medical field shortage. Well, gee, I wonder why.
Because they fired them all.
Right.
Not doing like not following their protocol. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just say this. I don't know what this world's gonna be 5, 10 years from now. I really don't know. Like I'm at work and I'm like, people mention to me about like pension and stuff like that. So I'm thinking like, shit, should I like take my pension out and start investing in stuff that I believe that will be successful, like my business ventures, whatever? Because we don't have too much of rights. You know what I'm saying? And I gotta give a big shout out to my homie. I ain't gonna say his name, but I think I mentioned this before. He purchased some land. He's building homes,
Mm-hmm.
50 acres over in Mizzou, doing his thing. Big shout out. They work on the land. They growing their own vegetables. They have animals, goats, chickens, and everything. He's getting prepared for what's happening and everything. He told me this 3 or 4 years ago. Everything that's happening right now, he mentioned this about 3 or 4 years ago. And I ain't gonna lie, when he mentioned this stuff, I laughed at him like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's
You're
not.
crazy.
You crazy, right? You crazy. And sure enough, when it hit 2 years ago, I was open like, damn. So that's I started to like read more. I'm like late. He's like way ahead of the game. He's reading. He's all to it. I mean, he purchased the land. Like I saw some stuff on Facebook where like people think they was overdoing it. Like they building a house. They have this house up. And let me tell you something. Imagine living in the house you built with no fucking mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Repeat, no mortgage, right? No mortgage. And I believe no taxes. This is land. No mortgage, no taxes. I think that people like you and I and everybody else need to come together and start doing the same shit. Like you gotta have your same area. So if let's say for example we can buy 20 acres, 25 acres, and people need to get up on this. Let's say we go to Tennessee buy 25 acres. Get some people to build. You build on this land. You do some shit, and it's gonna take some hard work. It's gonna take some dedication. Your 25 acres in your community, it's gonna be hard for them to come and tell you what you can do if you're growing your own shit. You got your own farm. It's gonna be kind of hard.
Mm-hmm.
So you see when you go to there's route, you go back towards abortions. Hey, they got you because hey, you can't do this. We can control you. We got y'all to stay in the house before. We made y'all stay in there. Y'all listen. We made y'all take the formula. Now we're gonna see what else we can do.
Right.
So it's like what else? But you know why? Do you know why? Actually, I'm gonna tell you why. Let's get this interesting. Why the world is fucked up. Let me tell you why the world is fucked up right now. Because men are supposed to lead. And, normally I joke around, I talk about women, but let's talk about men because they're supposed to fucking lead. Keep this from happening. But we got too many bitches, men, who I'm telling you, too many bitches that are so soft spoken and they go along with the status quo. They go along with it instead of protecting women. They too, not all men. Go ahead.
Time out. Before you get into that, because I know where you're going, we have to play the video that I sent you.
Oh.
Since we were talking about abortion.
Yes. We do have to play this video. I'm sorry, y'all. I was about to get into it.
I know. I was like, wait, time out. Hold on.
Was about to talk about these men out there a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and play this video. Let me share it.
Hello, everyone. Due to the recent abortion laws, I felt it was time to bring light to the millions of lives lost every day due to male abortions. That's right. I am talking about the ejaculation due to male masturbation. Millions upon millions of lives, potential world leaders, are thrown away and disregarded in tissues, socks, other assortment of clothing. It is time to stop this injustice. So I propose that we pass a bill making it illegal for any man to ejaculate outside of conception. Because each and every last one of those babies deserve an opportunity to thrive and fertilize. Don't you dare say that those sperm cells aren't alive, because anyone with a microscope can see those little swimmers swimming for their life, swimming for their future. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get emotional, but there are lives at stake. Pass that bill.
Stop swallowing them kids.
Hey, they be in socks, tissue. Save them. Yeah, that was hilarious. When I first saw that video, I was like, damn, she's emotional about something. Then she said that, I was like, listen, we ain't passed that bill. Shit.
That's why I had to send it to him. Like, we have to play this video. This is perfect because of who we are, what we talk about.
Don't give it up, guys. If that bill get passed, you know what I'm saying? You won't get caught. Imagine like you just and they both say like freeze. Oh, you can't get rid of that. That's a fine. $200. That's somebody, that's the next president you're trying to get rid of. Harris, take it out your mouth. No, I'm just
I cannot.
Don't swallow. Spit it out.
Yes, we got to save those babies.
That's the next commander, Army General. Oh man. Oh,
I'm
man.
waiting for Mr. T to do a commercial on abortion. Like, I don't pity the fool.
Pray for universe. Oh man, imagine being like cry. Imagine you be like, you got privacy, like, yeah. Oh, in the window, like, freeze, coming in from the army. Put it back, put it back, put it back.
Imagine all the people who have like Alexas You know,
Oh.
freeze. What are you doing?
Or what is the use? I don't got iPhone. What is it called? iPhone.
Siri.
Siri.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Put that dick away. You're gonna be fine. I am telling you, do that. You pervert.
Don't do it there. You're too rough.
Siri, you're trying to hide. I see you, bitch. Put that dick away. Hey, hey, fuck that. I made it alone. I made it alone. Listen to her. I'm gonna go put a flag on her damn TikTok. Don't pass that law.
Oh my god.
but hey, we talk about leaders though. So this is what I think. You tell me if I'm wrong. You cut me off. This is gonna be. Babe, let me finish because you're gonna make a face.
I'm gonna mute myself.
World, right? So let me tell you something. In this world, like women have a role, men have a role, and men can play the woman role, and women can't play the man role. And women, to me, are better organizers, than men. Typically, for the most part, they are. In this world, men, they're leaders. They chose to lead, right? They're leaders. Women are not built to lead. Like we're not strong enough. Think about it. If you got you come out of a grocery store, right, with a guy, a man approaches you and like is talking shit to you. You're looking for that man to protect you that you're with, right? Because you're not going to go into space because men are typically more strong than women. So women are looking for that protector. You're looking for that man to step up and to the defense. So now, in this world, United States, it's a woman vice president. That don't mean it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying a woman can't lead, but the other one can't lead neither. So that's not even here or there. So you don't want the thing is in this world, you want a lot of man leaders, strong, real man leaders, not men that got their own agendas and shit like that. You want real leaders. What happened is that in households and in common life, businesses, women have been stepped up to lead more than men, right? Men in the background, some men, not all, they're being bitches. Men look for women now. Look at the household roles. You saw some women are working and men are staying at home, right? Not doing nothing. They kind of depend on the woman. And some men just don't have, like, it's amazing. They don't have goals. Some men just like allow the woman to do everything, even pay for stuff and stuff like that. Everything, pay for everything. And some women are doing it. So women have taken on these masculine roles and have been forced to lead. Even being single women, it's hard to find a good guy because the guys you meet are like, they got more feminine than masculinity. And not necessarily how they act, like acting feminine, but like they're like the way they see the world, the way they do things. Like, dude, where's your masculinity? Where's your ability to lead? Like, how can you make this woman better? Like, sometimes it's certain things a woman can do, a man should be able to step in there and do, but you let a woman do everything. And that's why the dating world is so like catastrophic. Now you got some women that have to take on those roles of being masculine. They're too fucking masculine. And they don't think no man can tell them nothing. They want to do nothing. I can do this, I can do that, whatever. They're just so far to masculinity, they can't fucking go in reverse. Those motherfuckers turbo, going all in the masculine, like all in the masculinity, like I can't fucking go reverse. Reverse, motherfucker? No, masculinity. And some men are bitches. They're fucking the reverse happily. All the family, like, man, I'm gonna do this. And they're like so sensitive. And then no woman want no real sensitive fucking Ralph trans fat dude. And that's what's going on in the world today. Men are not stepping up in their households. Women are looking for strong men. And ain't that many out there. I know y'all be laughing at my pool about how it's little. And that's what I mean. Like masculine leaders, males, that shit is like slim. Unless you want your little bitch, y'all can share clothes, or he just like a woman like Russell Westbrook. Like, I don't know. When has it been okay for men to wear women clothing?
I mean, they've been trying to bring out the men rompers for how many years now? Please don't do it.
Stop it. But you know what? See, that's the thing about the United States of America. The United States of America is gonna make the man so fucking weak, turn him into a fucking woman, and the women, I ain't gonna lie, don't take this offensive, but women are easy to defeat, especially when it comes to physicality. Women are easier to defeat. So you make a man weak, you already winning the war, right? You make him weak, make him think that, hey, I'm gonna be this little cute little bitch, I'm gonna dress like this. You're making him weak mentally, he's weak, he's been destructed, not strong enough. So now you got a woman league. Women can be strong, but to defeat what's going on, it takes more than a woman to do. It's going to take a woman and a man, and the man's not to lead. Now these days, shit, ain't there many men that can lead out here. Think about the younger generation out here right now. I had a case where an 18-year-old, I think at 25, I don't know, young man beating up a chick, busting the windows out, doing all this. That little bitch. That's what you are. Lead. Why you beating a woman? Why you trying to destroy her? You got so many little bitch made people in the United States of America. Men and women are tired of being leaders. Now, I don't envy the ones that's waiting the masculinity. You see those videos, women like, my man got they want way too much ball for way too little. Like, you get your little dusty ass out of here because you don't offer too much of shit. So I ain't gonna sit up here and talk about the little bitch man, and don't talk about the little rusty dusty ass girls that be out here that can barely cook a fucking piece of salami or something. You fried or something, goddamn. Yeah. Also, I read a comment Natalie put. You see that? Can you see that?
Yes, she said men definitely don't want to lead. If they do, it's more they want to manipulate.
That's a bitch, Natalie. That's not a man, it's a bitch.
And that's and so me being an independent woman, and I say this, I try to say as humbly as I can. I'm the oldest of 5 brothers. 5. I'm the oldest, and I had to practically raise 2 of my younger ones when I lived with my mom. And then when I go to my dad's house, I didn't know how to turn off mother hen. So I always was like the mother running the house, both houses. And when I would go over to my dad's house, whether it was on the weekends or when I moved in with him finally when I was 14, he's like, you need to shut that off. We're the parents, you don't need to be a parent. And it's hard. It's a hard switch to shut off. And even dating now, it's I tell people that, like, I'm sorry, I'm independent. I can't just shut it off. This is who I am. This is what I'm used to. And if you don't like the fact that I'm independent, then kick rocks, because you're not going to control me. You're not going to sit here and tell me, no, you can't do that. No, you can't. Like, you cannot control me. You cannot manipulate me. And I'll be damned if you put your hands on me. I had that happen to me once, and that was it.
But we're not talking about those. Not men. Men too busy putting their hands on
those are bitches.
You're right.
But and here's the thing with that is, I try to psychoanalyze. Jesus, I'm not drinking tonight either, by the way. I try to analyze everybody, who does, who beats on their significant other. Like, were you beat as a child? Did you watch your parents, beat one another? Because if you did, then that's what you're used to seeing. But it's not okay. I'm not justifying it, but that's what they're used to seeing. And it's so sad because that's how love was showcased growing up to them. And it's not how it should be.
So women, the organization that women provide, men need. And like I know some people, men say they don't need a woman. You can be a hoe for so long. Women don't need a man. At some point, masculinity is going to run out, because let me tell you something. When men find out you're living alone and you don't have no male protection, that's when the devil will try you. The devil will try you. And especially the devil always tried the real masculine women because they think them as weak. Man, look at them as weak. You think about it. You live at home alone. You live alone, and you live like in the area. Let's say you be the guy. I call them devil, little weird fucking dudes. They always got some like an agenda, and they found out you're living alone. They're gonna try a woman, but if they see a man in the house, they're not gonna try the potential of them trying anything at your home, breaking in or something like that. They're not gonna try it, right? Back in the day, there was a man in the household, not every household, but a lot of them, where men offered protection, leadership. Like, you fucking come in this house, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
Now you have women that they don't need a man, and they got this day. Like, your degrees don't protect you from outside. The truth is off the guard. Sorry, women. Women out here talking about your fucking 5 degrees. That shit ain't gonna protect you from some of these fucking perverts out here.
Nope.
It's not. And I'm not saying that a man is needed. A man is needed, and a woman is needed. There are roles that men and women play when combined, the right people. It makes a fucking perfect combination. So, men, they want to play the woman role. They want to fucking dress like the woman. Like, think about it. If you fucking come in a house and dudes wearing a dress and you're the intruder, it's like, I'm about to whoop your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, you can't. You gotta let women live in that feminine aspect. Live that way. Men take on that masculine role. Women got that feminine role. Come together, and this society has like twisted. And they try to do it in schools now with young children. Like, oh, it's okay if you choose this life. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's not okay. But that's how this the war against men, and I think that's why we're losing right now. Like, you don't have enough. Like, think about it right now. You know, guys, you see guys, the ones you don't know. You have a lot of women that run their fucking mouth so much, and they go bust a goddamn great, but they would kick off a lot of shit. And stats wise, crime stats up here shows a lot of women has been victim of shootings, or a
Mm-hmm.
lot of women have car shootings where males were killed. It's been a lot different right now than usual. Women normally don't you don't normally see women argue with men and about to fight,
Right.
but you see it often right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, it's just that, man, we got to step up and take on these roles, because women like are far so up in the masculinity that they're not going to turn around, and some of them getting themselves killed. Seriously.
What's sad too is before we started the show, I was looking it up. Today's society is what has been screwing a lot of men's masculinity.
You don't make me spit on my computer. God damn.
So it's the society fucking shit up, just like it's fucking a lot of other shit up. And it's just like, you know what? People, be yourself, be genuine, be who you are, not what society says you should be.
True.
If society is telling men, you guys need to, drop it down a little bit and be a little bit more feminine, like, to a certain point, like, we're not saying be emotional as hell, walk in the door and like cry. Like, men, it's okay to cry. Like, I want to let you know that. But I don't want you to be a sensitive Sally Monday through Friday. And Saturdays and Sundays, you want to be, tough Tyrone. Like, no, it's not going to work that way. Be sensitive. Tap into who you really think you are. And I don't know, man. It's hard. I could see both sides, right? And the biggest thing I could sit here and say is, men, be open to who you are, to women, what you're looking for, and don't be intimidated by a woman who is
What, too masculine or something like that?
yeah, I guess, like, don't be into, or even independent women, like, don't be scared of that.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
You say, men, don't be afraid to like show a little emotion every now and then, be who you are. Now, would that be a sign of weakness to a woman? Because some women will see a man shed a tear and might consider it to be soft. Don't say he cry often, but that one time he decided to shed a tear is considered soft.
No. Why? Okay, so here's the thing. Women, this is the issue. Women who sit there and say that man is soft because he shed a tear once, you're the problem with men not expressing themselves today. With me, again, I can't speak for all women. I would prefer a man to be emotional with me. Like, tell me how you're feeling. Open up to me. Like, I should be your safe haven. If you can't come to me and feel safe and feel secure to be able to sit here and express who you are and be like, I'm so stressed out because of X, Y, and Z, or, I just lost my best friend, whatever the case is. If you're not shedding a tear, why are you holding back? Express yourself.
You got to be stronger though. Like I think America has built that for a man. They trying to flip it. So early in the years ago, you know what I'm saying, there was like no man showed any like type of sensitivity. I don't. It was rarely when I was growing up. I seen my dad shed a tear, and you had to stay strong because you was the head of the household. You couldn't really cry. You know what I'm saying. You had to be there for the wife. Had to be there for their kids. Whatever. You can't show. You couldn't show that emotion. Now America's trying to flip it. Where now you can be sassy. You can be real feminine, and you can cry. But men like myself, like shit, what I went through when I was depressed. You could never tell. I'm still on social media, sending messages and everything. I'm still like doing a lot of things like to motivate others instead of motivate myself. I hate a lot of that like inside. It was like frustrations. I had like a awakening. Life was like I don't know. I thought about a lot of things, and I was depressed. I was in my little bubble. I was like a different mind state. Yet, when I turned on the camera and I recorded a message delivering it, it was all positive. And I was still trying to motivate others, trying to like live off their energy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to like share your emotions until like you like deeply like confide in like somebody, and it could be a friend, it could be anybody. But it's a tough situation to be in as a man when we like some of the only few leaders that's left on this earth. Like seriously, I don't think there are that many men that are leaders on this earth. Like I don't care what people say. There are too many feminine men on earth, and you can't be a leader as a male when you hold a ton of feminine traits. I'm not against nobody like that. I don't hate nobody like that at all. I have no hatred, but you can't lead that way. And this country, they're trying to make it where it's okay. You can do this. You know what I'm saying? But it's a sign of weakness. So I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like, I'll give you a good example today, and I have to tell this story. Today, this lady came in. Her son's missing, right? So before you report a son missing, you kind of got to go through the notions and like see has he been ran by other places. Discovered that he was. Made a phone calls or whatever. Talked to a few people, and her son that she thought was missing, I was on the phone. He was deceased. So looking at her and
Oh,
her emotions,
yeah.
weighed on me. I had to keep a strong face because I kind of like had like a little emotion, but I'm like stunned. I'm like, and I tell the guy on the phone, like, you can call her. And he's like, yeah. So she's like, tell me what's happening. I was like so stuck in my words. I'm like, you're gonna get a phone call in a few minutes or whatever. Uh, and she done found it out. The guy came out and talked to her and everything. So it was a lady that was behind her, and we were talking, and like our emotions was the same. She couldn't tell me what she was there for because it was that emotions. But me, I want I want to, but it's like I just can't. It takes a lot for me to show emotion to be strong and to shed a tear.
Mm.
And, things and people like that being a woman, what I'm saying? I don't know her, but I felt like I have to keep a straight face. And it's kind of like being there for him, you know what I'm saying? I can't show emotion. I got to kind of like keep a straight face and keep it stern. And she thanked me afterwards. But it's you got to be with women that's not in masculinity that far in there to show emotion. Because if you get a woman that's too far into masculinity, she'll think you a bitch. You show so much emotion. A man show emotion, she'll think you the bitch. Oh, he's weak. He's soft. And that's why the independent woman sometimes may threaten the guy because they might think they might be too far at masculinity. So it's like a miscommunication. Pretty much what it is.
So here's my issue is because like everything you're saying is like you have to be strong, you have to, you're stuck in this dark place and blah blah blah, right? That's me to the T. Like, my motto growing up has always been fake it till you make it. Yes, I am great. No, everything is perfect. Deep down inside, I am broken into a million fucking pieces. Right? But I'm not going to tell anybody that. Why? Because I'm strong, I'm independent, I don't need any help, I'm perfectly fine, everything's going to be a-okay. And that's what the men are doing today. And I'm sitting here trying to encourage men, like, it's okay to open up, but make sure you find your safe haven. Don't go out here on, TikTok and, be crying in front of the camera and be like, let me tell you why I'm sad today. My goldfish died. Like, no, don't do that, right? Don't do that. But if you're dating someone, be open and honest and share that. Like, this is, because what you being in the field that you're in, things can trigger you. It can trigger a past thing, right? A past tragedy, a past traumatic incident, and you have to stay strong because you're on the clock. But when you get home, you sit here and you try to decompress your day. You should be able to have that safe person to where you can be like, hey, I want to tell you about my day. And just let it out, because if you keep that boiled in, here I'm preaching to the fucking choir and don't even take my own damn advice. But you have to let it out, because if you constantly keep it bottled up, one day something's going to happen and it's going to trigger you and you are going to blow up like a fucking firework.
You're right. And I got to say, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Damn, a lot of people don't always tell me I'm right.
You're right though. It does, because like when you deal with stuff, and like I'm not gonna lie, some trigger when you say like you experience the things, you gotta come home and decompress. So when you can't come home, you can decompress, whatever. Like you don't, like people don't understand like some of the shit that people see. Like we all work different jobs, we all got different views, we see different things. Even my experience today, I ain't gonna lie. I went, after dealing with that situation, I went in the bathroom, used the washroom, looked in the mirror right quick, had to take a deep breath. And I dealt with my emotions in like a secluded area, like a bathroom. Nobody, see me. You know what I'm saying? I might have even shed a tear. But it's tough, like to be in a situation like that to find out that a loved one is like gone, and you're like, damn. Like I wasn't expecting that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So for guys, like we may some guys think that like it's you lose the masculinity if you shed a tear and cry, and you're not. But when you meet guys like that and you can give them like come out their shell a little bit as far as what they're going through, it's a big plus. And most situations it work. But if you meet a guy that's like a straight bitch, like if you see a bitch, ladies, red flag, let's get rid of them. Like it's gonna be a bitch. I mean, it's
Right.
too many, it's too, it's too many feminine guys. Like, come on, man, you just gotta get rid
Is
of them.
there here's another red flag for you ladies and men too, but let me focus with the ladies. Ladies, if you are dating a man or a woman, whatever, and they're constantly complaining, I'm tired of being broke, I'm tired of being sick and tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. And you are only dating for let's just say you guys are only dating for 6 months or so.
Mhm.
You really want to sit with that? Because at the end of the day, that's kind of like, it can be toxic because they're constantly a negative Nancy, a sensitive Sally, because they don't want to get out of their comfort zone and make that change. Okay, so you're tired of being broke. Why are you tired of being broke? Because you're working the bare minimum of $11 an hour. Why? Because you don't have a college diploma, you don't have your bachelor's degree or a master's degree, so you're automatically lowering your standards, saying that no one's going to want to take you because of who you are and what you have. I used to do that all the fucking time, all the time, until me and my dad had a conversation. He said, do you think that most employers want somebody who have a piece of paper, or do you think they want somebody who has the experience?
Mm.
Think about it. You just spent $60,000 on school or whatever to get a piece of paper saying, hey, I have a bachelor's. And I'm not coming at anybody who has a bachelor's, a master's, or a doctorate. Kudos to you, right? Kudos to you. But employers need to stop profiling people who don't have that. because they can walk in there with the experience that you've needed to make that change in your company.
But that's how you keep the nation divided. You ever thought about that?
That's the exact issue. And it just,
You
oh,
got,
it's so
you got,
frustrating.
you got college graduates, and I'm a college graduate myself, but I'm not no more than the next person. But you got college graduate, and you have women that say this shit about their degrees, and that's how the world made it. You'll make your degrees is perfect. But back in the day, even right now, you got people that got their high school diploma and fucking are very well off millionaires. You know what I'm saying? It's all about your grind and how you put it towards life. Like I go right now, I go to school and I can fucking go to like let's say law school, whatever, and get this law school and be just doing this attorney, like getting these fucking criminals out of jail and all this stuff. Just because I had this, I graduated from law school doesn't mean I'm better than you. Like, and that's the mindset that they set in America. You have some attorneys, you have some other people in this profession, doctors. They're like the biggest fucking assholes because they make a certain amount of money. Think about this. And it's a lot of women do this shit too. Men biggest fucking jerks because they think they don't have personality. They have money. So they're gonna let their little nice car speak and have conversation with you. They know if you think about a lot of men, some men with personality, some men with money, they have personalities, but the men that have grind to get where they're going. So check this out. This woman, she's with the man of her dreams, like everything he got. But the dude worked two jobs and she's not living the life she want to live. She leaves him and she go with the guy that got some money. She gets treated like shit, but she left the man of her dreams, her soulmate. Here's the thing, women, you can't give the guy. He might don't have it now. He'll have it later. Why you can't grow together? What happened to that?
Exactly.
Now a man with money, I don't ever hear. Not with money. I don't say with money. Let me stop saying that. A man that's successful, got things going on, just grinding their life, doesn't look at what a woman has, how much she makes, or whatever. He kind of more pay attention to personality. Like, if she's gonna be like, if she's like, she cook or if she got a personality, can we like have fun together? A real man, not the bitch, focus on stuff like that. Women, they man gotta make six figures. He's gonna have this, gonna have that. They ain't even looking at the middle class really. They want to go upper class already, or they want the fast money. And why is it like that?
Because there's so many women out there that are so materialistic, and I don't get it. I don't get the materialistic stuff. I don't like, look, you work hard, you play hard, right? You work hard for your money. You want that nice, uh new Mercedes, go ahead and get you a nice new Mercedes Benz, whatever. You want that nice new Audi Q7, whatever. Do what you want to do with your money. It's your money, right? But if we're in a relationship, just like you said, why can't we grow together with our money together? You want your dream car, I want my dream car. Okay, let's build it together because this is our empire.
Right.
Build it together. I've always said teamwork makes the dream work. I'm not going to sit here and underestimate somebody who's got a lower paying job than me or whatever. As long as you're pushing yourself to make yourself better, that's what matters to me. But if you're going to sit there and stay stuck, I can't sit there and entertain that. Like,
Go.
I want to sit here and try to help you to be a better person, but there's going to be some sacrifices that are going to need to happen.
Yeah, you're right. Goals. You find a guy with goals. Can you grow together? Growing is just so important. Like I think people when they meet people, people. I don't know. I find myself guilty of this sometimes too in my past. But you got to think about growing. We're at this point of age right now, in this time of life. Women, find you a man, not the B word, that can be a leader and to protect you. Because when they come in your house, want to force you out your fucking crib. They be damn sure second guess come in a man's house where a fucking gun is put to their head. Like, hey, fuck you think he about to do?
Mm-hmm.
That's why in America, if you look at other countries, they trying to go in there, they forcing people to do things in like Australia, uh, China, but it's like a domino effect. It's just hard in America. They do it little by little. They doing it with the keeping us in the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They started with that. They started with forcing their little juices. that
And
they
now they're forcing, to ban abortions, and
yes, they try to do that.
they're trying to control everything. It's just like, like I said, I don't know if I said it before or while we were on the show in the beginning, what happened to our freedom of speech?
It doesn't exist no more. They take that away slowly. You gotta watch what you say. You gotta explain yourself. Like it's slowly drastically changing. We
Mm-hmm.
probably won't experience it in our lifetime, but we have to fight so our grandkids and children or the future or whoever they may be will have an opportunity like we had freedom of speech. So you don't want them to be slaves because that's what we're going down to. It's the era of slavery. It's trying to get back to that. One world order. That's what it's trying to get back to. And some people think that's a conspiracy theory. One world order conspiracy theory. You might think that, but yeah, it's gonna be a tough. The next 2 years or the next when is the
Three
election?
years.
So yeah, 24.
3 years.
Yeah. So this year, towards the end of this year, you're gonna see some mighty changes as we get back into certain things and stuff's gonna flare back up. You just wait and see. It's not the end. Pay attention to what's going on, people. This not conspiracy time. This is time for like pay attention to what's going on, the chaos, the violence on the streets, like the lack of like law enforcement officers in each department. People were told not to work. People are saying this is okay. It's okay for two guys to kiss on TV. You know what I'm saying? Teach that down to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Hey, guess what? If you think about that, that's a form of depopulation. But excuse me, I'm in a conspiracy theory right now, I guess. But if you teach the male to be less masculine, be more feminine, you can't have more kids. He's gonna be interested in other things. Hey, go figure. People better wake up. That's what it is. That's why I tell women the pool is small, but they think it's a conspiracy theory. Like he's crazy. No, the fuck I'm not.
Look, I'm not about to be in no fixed relationship with a man and another female. I'd rather be single for the rest of my damn
I
life.
didn't. I ain't even said nothing about that. But since you brought it up,
That's your pool. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
when I say is that the pool of men is slim, that means there's not that many. The pool of good women out here is like this, right? It's a big ass pool. But the pool of men out here that's good, that's not feminine, it's like this small. So the pickings is like if you want to go to the one, go to the one. If you want to share,
No, I
by
don't
all
want to share.
means, if you want to share,
Sharing, I understand sharing is caring, but I am not sharing my man.
sharing is caring. Always.
No.
Always.
Jesus.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. Gotta get your 2 for 1.
Jesus help him. He needs help.
Damn. You know what I'm saying? if you out there, you want to share in the field, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. You feel me?
I mean, it's bad enough that these men get away with having their wife at home and having a side chick.
I don't encourage it though. I'm just talking shit. But hey, you know what I'm saying? In this world, I think that what's going on, shit, you gotta at some point you're gonna need protection if it keeps getting the way it's looking because this stuff like it's a one world order. And I told you, I showed you the book. Read this damn book. It's coming. These people put in the book. I showed it last time. The Great Reset. It's coming.
The Great Reset is short for the Great Recession.
And that's what it is coming right now. Gas prices $5 a gallon down there, and it's just crazy. You're gonna have to need protection. That's why men have to be fucking leaders. That's why we're talking about masculinity because men are not stepping up. Women are trying to step up, but that's not the woman's job. And in this field, the upper class, rich, at least whatever, don't respect women like that. They don't have much of a voice. And then the VP, who should have a nice voice, she sucks. So now we need men just to step up and be leaders. Like, be vocal, protect your women. We don't have that now. I don't know what we got this year. I don't know what we're teaching young men. I'm appalled. Man, what are you doing? Stop beating women, you bitches.
Seriously, stop. And women, stop beating women. Or women, stop beating men. Like,
We want y'all to be women now.
Why don't you keep wearing your leggings and stuff? I don't know. She made an accident. She's women be women with them leggings.
But no, I'm saying women stop beating men. Nobody should be putting their hands on nobody.
Women, that's that masculinity. Women, that's like super bad. Step out your masculinity. Step out that. You don't have a dick. You don't need to be so masculine. You
You have balls,
ain't standing up over the toilet. You're still squatting.
but we still have our chesticles.
Women don't have.
Our chesticles.
Oh, okay. All right. You gotta be on that. I'm like, testicles. What the like what happened to chesticles?
Chesticles.
Testicles.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, no, seriously. Hey, I'm just hoping more men step up to the plate. You know what I'm saying? Take over, be leaders that they are, and don't follow the status quo of what you're told to follow, man. Men step up, lead for the ladies, lead for their kids, set an example, like provide something for this world. We need that. And hopefully we can come together, you know. And women continue to be feminine, you know what I'm saying? Women be feminine. Wear your V-neck shirts and wear them proud. That's all you gotta do. Wear the V-neck shirts, wear them proud. Show your feminine. Be naked.
With your leggings.
With the leggings. I'll let you, boy. Okay. All right. So
I have no backup tonight, clearly, other than Natalie. So
you know what? Because Facebook, like, is we can't.
you should have told me this beforehand. I could have did my StreamYard.
Oh,
Jackass.
I'm gonna have to have Ashley do her StreamYard Saturday for the show.
Yeah.
And
if you need me to do
wine therapy, you're gonna have to do wine therapy. You're gonna have to produce that for us because we without our Facebook people.
Okay.
Yeah. So
we'll talk about it off air. But I got you. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yes, it does. Teamwork makes the dream work. Thank y'all for tuning in. You know, if you can go back, watch the show to its full entirety. You know what I'm saying? Say a lot of key things. We're gonna have this fixed next time. We're gonna have Ashley produce the show because this is a topic that a lot of people have something to say. Facebook player hated on me. They hated on the player. Thank y'all for tuning in. Good night, y'all.